When my daughter finally learned the guitar, I finally understood what she'd actually been doing all along. My 12-year-old tore open her birthday present and saw the electric guitar she'd been asking for months, and her eyes lit up. She pointed at her poster of my dad with his rock band and said, "Now I can be just like Grandpa." She plugged it into her amp and started enthusiastically playing random notes while the whole house shook. My dad was old and could barely open his eyes anymore, but he still smiled hearing her mess up the notes. For months, she played the guitar at full volume every day, and my dad's hands shook trying to teach her the fretboard. I begged them to turn it down, but she just kept rocking, and his hearing was so bad, this was the only way he heard anything. She practiced the same thing over and over every day, but I couldn't understand what it was because she couldn't play 2 seconds without messing up. When my dad came over one day, instead of teaching her, he sat outside her bedroom door, listening with his eyes closed and a tear rolling down his face. 2 days later, he passed away, and his last words to my daughter were, "Promise me you'll play it." She nodded through her tears and let go of his hand. She played her guitar quieter after that, but never stopped. Always that same thing I still didn't recognize. On the 1-year anniversary of my dad's death, our family gathered at our house. I was emotional and trying to hold it together, and that's when my daughter walked downstairs with her guitar slung over her shoulder and tears in her eyes. She plugged into the amp in the living room and started playing. I immediately dropped my glass and burst into tears. It was my dad's famous guitar solo, the most known piece of music he'd ever created. I realized she'd been learning it from the moment she got that guitar. She played it perfectly, and when she finished, she looked up at me with tears in her eyes and said, "I told you I could be just like Grandpa."